Theories can be used to help understand and explain the issues that arise within the K-pop organizations, formerly for YG and SM. Both of these organizational structures have a lot of complexity, which means they just have a lot of departments, specific people with expertise who know how to do things within certain parts of the organization. For YG, they have a matrix structure, which is mainly based off of projects and having the managers oversee certain coordinators, artists, producers, and admins within the certain sections of the project so that things happen a little bit more quicker. There's a lot more collaboration within the different departments, and this opens a lot of creativity and innovation. As far as SM, they have a functional departmentalized structure. So this means that things can be very slow and bureaucratic in how they develop things. And they usually need to outsource a lot of things. So for the reason why, their structure is very slow with creating things for getting approval, routing to different sections within the department, they just outsource to speed up certain things such as production for artists instead of having, in-house producers to produce for all the artists. And furthermore, this is important to note that, the conditions for creativity are very necessary within these structures. As far as functional departmentalization, there's not that much creativity within the structure. Um, a lot of the artwork and production is outsourced, thus, the artists and performers aren't necessarily getting the needed creativity to expand upon within the certain structure that SM has. And so, some important things to note would be the expertise and internal motivation, environmental needs, encouragement from others, and having creative coworkers. YG really supplements all of this with having, the right environment, with nutritionists, having a good structure, and then expertise. They have a lot of in-house producers producing with the artists to instill creativity and innovation. SM doesn't do this as much. Their environment is a little bit more strict and structured, which leaves, a decrease in creativity, which is super important within the K-pop group. Furthermore, can K-pop business model be modeled within US labels? As far as this goes, it definitely depends on whether the American culture can facilitate this big change, especially for the artists. As far as integrating the business model, it would create a lot more revenue for US labels. For example, YG had a 21% operating margin rate from 2010 to 2014 compared to Universal Music Group, who only had 11%. So this is clearly doubling with their business structure. And however, again, the culture within the US industry is not as there as far as artists wanting that structure because they create their own structure for creativity. And I don't believe that confinement and the rigorous structure of the K-pop business model is going to facilitate with these artists. They could just say, I'm ready to leave a certain contract or not want to go on tour, um, not even sign these contracts in the first place due to management or lawyer integrations.